All right. So if you run a remodeling business and you're thinking about hiring a marketing company, watch this before you sign anything. Seriously, I've seen way too many good contractors waste money, time, and still not get the results that they were hoping for. So in this video, my goal is to walk you through exactly what you need to know before hiring a marketing agency, the good, the bad, and the BS you need to know. Let's get into it. So first things first, who am I? My name's Dan. I run constructive marketing. We work with remodeling companies doing about 500K and up. Guys who are really looking to get off the referral roller coaster, generate consistent leads, and grow without all the stress and guessing. Whether you work with me or not, this video is here to give you straight answers so you can make smarter decisions with your marketing. What we're going to cover today is how to know if you're really ready for marketing, the biggest mistakes remodelers make, what good marketing should cost, the key question to ask before you hire, and how to spot BS. So first things first is, are you even ready for marketing? So that's the first question you want to ask, and here's what I mean. Can you actually take on more work right now? Do you have the crews to run the jobs that if you had a person generating you leads? Do you have the proper systems to fulfill it? Do you have the front office admin to take the calls, to field the calls? Are you picking up all the calls still? Do you have the proper backend systems to field all the calls? You know what I mean? So can you actually handle work right now or more work right now? The next one is, are you even closing at least 30% of your leads? So 25 to 30% is a pretty good closing ratio. Obviously, if it's higher, that's awesome. But you want to make sure you're tracking the leads that are coming in, and you're also tracking the close rate on them. Because if your close rate's closer to 10%, that's a problem. That's a sales problem that you need to kind of improve on. And you already get a few leads kind of here and there, but you want more consistency. So if you're slammed and can't handle more projects, marketing's not going to help with that. It's just going to generate more projects, more headaches for you. You don't want more leads if you're just going to ghost them. On the flip side, if you've already got the crew and the capacity and the hunger to grow, then yeah, now probably is the time to invest. So here's kind of the most common mistakes that remodelers make, and here's where a lot of them get burnt. They hire the cheapest option just to save the money, and it ends up costing them more in the long term. They think a pretty website is enough, but it never shows up on Google, and it doesn't actually convert. They don't track anything. So no lead tracking, no ROI, no idea of what exactly is actually working for them. And worst of all, they buy into the hype. So stuff like we'll get you to number one in Google in 30 days, which is total BS. For most guys, it takes about 1 to 2 months, 2 to 3 months for at least the GBP to start ranking, and then a bit longer for organic results. So real marketing is more of a long-term play. It's not about building, or it's about building a system, not just about building like gimmicks and taking advantage of those, like the pay-per lead stuff. So let's talk some numbers. So what should good marketing actually cost? So for the basic stuff, like a new website, basic SEO, maybe ad management, you're looking at about $1,000 to $2,000 a month. For kind of more growth market or growth focused marketing, like ads, SEO, content tracking systems, kind of a whole service plan to grow you, you're probably looking at closer. 2,500 might be a bit too high for the low, but like 1,750 to about like $5,000-6,000 a month, depending on what company you're working with. If you're trying to grow all in and build a full engine that runs your leads, CRM, follow up, everything, it could cost more than 6K. I'm not saying you need to start all the way at the top, but just know if someone's offering you the world for $500 a month or even less, it's probably not going to work. So just I'd run in the other direction. The questions you probably should be asking your agency. So when talking to a marketing or whenever talking to a marketing company, here are the exact questions you want to ask. So how do you track your leads and ROI? If they can't show you where your money's going, I would just walk away. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. It's not worth the more time on the call. It's just if they can't show you where the money's being spent and how it's generating you an ROI, it's not worth your time. What happens if things don't work right away? Every market's different. So see how they handle the bumps in the roads, how they deal with things going bad, and how they work to improve it. Ask them if they've worked with remodelers before, not just contractors, remodelers. Your industry has a specific sales cycle and customer behaviors. You're going to sell a patio way differently than you sell a kitchen, way differently than you sell an HVAC unit, and then a new roof. And they all have way different sales cycles. So if they don't have experience working with companies similar to yours, then it's probably not the best bet. And then what's your actual game plan? So if they can't clearly explain the strategy in simple terms, they probably don't have one. So they don't know where they're going with it. They're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and it's not sticking. I was going to use a different word there. But if they're just throwing stuff at the wall and it's not sticking, then they don't have an actual game plan. You want to work with someone who's done it before, has had success with it before, and is continuing to have success with it. The right agency should feel more of like a partner, not just like a vendor giving you a website, SEO, blah, 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 blah. You want them to feel like a partner where they're always looking for ways to try and improve your business. Some red flags. So here's what to watch out for. If they say, like, we'll handle everything, you don't need to worry about it, this usually means they're keeping you in the dark. They don't want you to know something. You want to be pretty transparent with the data. You want to see the data, even if you might not understand it. And I can create another one of these videos or lives about like looking at the data and what means what. But you want to make sure that you see everything, you understand what they're doing. So that way, and another big thing too, before I go any further, is make sure they're sending you reports or some sort of monthly call. Like, don't just spend money and get nothing for it. So like for our clients, we send them a weekly report and then we do a monthly call on top of that. So like they're always in the know. So you always want to be in the know with your clients or with your marketing company. If they say like you'll be on page 1 in 30 days, that's typically a lie too. There's still some low hanging key words that they could take advantage of, but most of the time that's a flat out lie for especially the ones that are going to move the needle for you. You don't need tracking, just trust the process. Nope, don't do that. Run in the other direction. Or if they've never worked in the industry and just say like marketing is marketing, that's not true either. Selling or modeling is nothing like selling like shoes online or candles. So trust your gut. If it feels off, it probably is, and I would go in a different direction. So what good marketing should look like. So let me break it down. Great marketing for remodelers is a system, not just a one and done job. Here's what the system should include: a website that actually converts, Google ads that drive qualified leads, SEO and Google business profile optimization to get you to show up locally, follow-up systems and automation so no leads slip through the cracks, a CRM so you know exactly what's going on at any moment. Most importantly, reporting, real results so you can see and understand. If your marketing company isn't including these or most of these, it's probably incomplete. You don't need all of them at once either. Like, you could do a website and SEO and Google ads later, or vice versa. You could do Google ads now, do a website and SEO later. But if they're not including any of these, then it might not be the best fit for you. So kind of my final thoughts is, look, you don't need to be a marketing expert. You just need to know how to spot a good partner and avoid the ones that are going to waste your time. My biggest piece of advice is the same thing, or the same way your clients wouldn't. Don't rush into anything. Take your time, ask the right questions, work with people who understand your business, speak your language, and show you the roadmap. Um, and then if you want someone to take a quick look at it or an honest look at your marketing, websites, ads, local SEO, we're offering a free 15-minute audit. No pitch, no pressure. I'll just show you what's working, what's not, what you should focus on next. Link will be below. Feel free to book that anytime if you want to come back. But I hope this helped you make smarter decisions for your business. If it did, if you could like it, share it, drop a comment. If you got questions, throw them down below. I'll answer every single one of them, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.